So today's episode covers super valuable and rare world coins sold recently at heritage auctions. Coins from all corners of the world. There were hundreds of lots on May 5th through 7th World and Asian coin sessions, so I picked most beautiful ones in my view. Starting with this old Egyptian coin. Farouk Gold Proof Royal Wedding 500 Piastres. Minted in 1938 in London. It was graded by NGC as PR67, commemorating the royal wedding of King Farouk to Queen Farida, an abundantly flashy offering of this popular gold-proof commemorative issue that exhibits superb quality for type and commensurate certification. It was sold on May 5, 2022 for $13,200. Next comes Cuban coin featuring Ernesto Che Guevara on a verse, 500 pesos minted in 2000, graded as Proof 68 Ultra Cameo by NGC. A metallic coin containing gold and silver. Exact content is depicted on the reverse legends. This magnificent coin ended up selling for $16,800 on May 5th at heritage auctions. This one is very rare and old coin from heydays of Mughal Empire. Indian Shah Jahan gold Mohur minted in 1647, but also could be 1648. A stunningly beautiful example of the type that exceeds many more highly graded specimens in terms of its absolute visual appeal. Clean and lustrous throughout, with an essentially perfectly centered strike. Sold on May 7th, 2022 for $19,200. Here is a Nikolai I Platinum 6 Roubles minted in 1831 in Russia, graded as about and circulated 53 by NGC. One of the few more attainable dates of this still very challenging platinum type, showing just mild evidence of handling in line with certification. The surfaces nonetheless show a considerable pearly backlight, which washes evenly along the contours of the device. Sold on May 5th, 2022 for $21,000. Moving along to British Elizabeth II Proof VIP 5 Shillings from 1960, graded as Proof 67 Cameo by NGC. Cameo is a proof coin with exceptional contrast between the fields and devices. On the Cameo coin, the fields are mirror-like, while the devices give a frosty appearance. This coin is immensely watery, with full reflectivity, resulting and tied for the numerically finest encountered by NGC to date. Sold on May 5th, 2022 for $21,600 at heritage auctions. This one is very charming coin from Japan. Meiji Gold 5 Yen, minted in 1886. Graded at mint stage 66 plus by NGC. Flashy brilliance dominates an initial visual impression, with swirling flow lines, mindering fields that remain nearly undisturbed by handling, establishing a firm sense of visual quality that has yet to be surpassed for this conditionally elusive date. It was bargained for $22,200 on May 7th, 2022 at heritage auctions. This one is 1929 gold 5 Dukatu from former Czechoslovakia. Graded at mint state 66 by NGC. Attractively styled and quickly becoming one of the more instantly recognizable issues of entire Czechoslovakian series. The current example endures in a full golden resplendence that is perhaps a touch Prooflike, benefiting from a crisp strike and light reflectivity to an expansive canvas. Sold on May 5th, 2022 for $26,401.20. Continuing with British coin, George V's Gold Proof 5 pounds, minted in 1911, blessed with champagne golden reflectivity across watery surfaces that lack any noteworthy flaws. The metallic features of the piece at hand provide instant viewing enjoyment, heightened by the presence of a clear cameo contrast. It ended up selling for $27,600 on May 5th, 2022. Next comes 1894 Ferdinand I gold 100 Leva from Bulgaria. The characteristics seen here are indeed strikingly reminiscent of a fully proof issue. The fields flashy and fully mirrored, set against on a whole delicate frost overlaying the devices, which strengthens particularly on reverse arms. Sold on May 5th, 2022 for $43,200. Golden coin from Switzerland. Canton gold 8 Ducat, minted in 1796. Graded as MS62 Prooflike by PCGS, of inspiring quality for this rare and desirable type, with abundance of proof-like reflectivity, fluids the fields in a luminous embrace of the devices. This coin went under hammer for $60,000 on May 5th, 2022 at Heritage Auctions. Here comes German 1745 Free City Gold 6 Ducat, graded at Mint State 66 by NGC, with the name and titles of Franz I. Struck from Taylor dies, Peter Paul Werner as Mint Master. Exhilarating and thoroughly gratifying, the coin at hand perfectly captures upon the notoriously metallic engraving of Nürnberg gold multiples. A really fantastic specimen, which ended up selling for $216,000 at Heritage Auctions. This one is Australian gold proof pattern, sovereign, minted in 1853 in Sydney. Graded as Proof 63 Ultra Cameo by NGC, presumed unique in private hands. All other specimens are permanently impounded in museum collections. One presently residing in a British museum, with the other two in Royal Mint Museum in Wales, notably. There are none in Australian institutions. This gem was sold for $384,000 on May 5th, 2022. And the most expensive lot of the same session, also from Australia, 1920s George V's Gold Sovereign, graded at Mint State 64 Plus by NGC. The offering shows absolutely no sign of handling since it was first minted, the reverse demonstrating the usual so-called pickle texture, the exact origins of which remain uncertain to this day. Sold on May 5th, 2022 for $552,000 at Heritage Auctions. If you liked the video, please show some support by hitting the like button and subscribe if you're first time on our channel. Cheers.
Is opening at 360,000. I need 380,000 to advance now. Heritage Live, the bid is against you with our internet bidder. 380 on the phone. 400 is against.